Draft time kicking into full gear for the Sens on Wednesday with Steve Staios and Don Boyd meeting with the media. Multiple topics discussed in both press conferences, but first, an overall outline from both for the draft coming up and this crucial point in the offseason.
Last year was, there were some high priorities to get to, and this was the week we made the trade for Linus and then had the priority of balancing out our defense. We're able to do that, and then with the veteran players coming in, David Perron and Michael Amadio. So it was, certainly it's a different year this go around. All those players I just mentioned are returning, and as our group continues to take a step, we're always looking to try and improve in certain areas, but was it more pressing last year? Was there more of a clear direction? Probably, but we're going to look at this as an opportunity, and as we prepare for the draft, we look at what might be available via free agency that could add to this group. I'll go on to say that July 1 is an exciting time. It's an exciting time for me and our team to try and look at areas to improve, but also it's only one opportunity. And I think as you see, there are significant things that happen later on in the off season as well. So I don't feel like we need to force anything at this point in time. I like our group, but we're working hard to see where we can upgrade.
First of all, we're going to look for some people with hockey sense and some skill level, and I think they're there. I think there's 4 or 5 or 6 guys in our area that'll be still available. We didn't ever know with the draft, but I think we've pretty much narrowed it down to the top 16, 18 people, and usually that becomes part of our pick process there.
Comments as well from both Staios and Boyd on the pros, cons, and overall differences with the decentralized draft.
I think it'll be more challenging, yes. I think that camaraderie and, there's always dialogue going on in the trade market, but certainly easier to walk 20 feet over to the table and have that or over breakfast that morning or a coffee. But yeah, it's certainly different. I'm not sure which way, what I think about it just yet. It's all new. It's nice to be here in Ottawa. We're going to be able to interact with our fans here. I think that part of it is exciting and hosting it here, but there are certain elements that we're going to miss.
One of the things is there's a lot more conversation going on when it's a centralized draft, and you get to see your last, as you know, people are moving players in and out of their meeting rooms to have further discussions, and we're doing those on Zoom now that we weren't able to do, or that we didn't have to do before. So that's part of the process, and we're in the process of doing that now.
And with that comes the plan overall for the pick at 21. Staios saying the team does not intend to move up at this point, but all options open going into the draft.
I think as we looked at it, we felt more comfortable with the 21st pick, that there was going to be a player that we like at that pick. Hard to handicap. I mean, we kind of feel like we have a grouping there. I don't see any scenario where we'll trade up, but we'll have some discussions on some trade back possibilities. We want to continue to add prospects to this group. I think with the draft turning out the way that it is at the 21st pick, I think that there's going to be a good player there, and also some depth in that group where we'd consider a trade back possibility.
Now comes a big few days for the amateur scouts in the lead up to the draft, continuing to craft the list going into round 1 on Friday night.
I'm out of the room right now, and when I go back to the room, we've probably got 42 changes. So it changes. It'll change right up till the draft, because there'll be a player that goes 3 picks before you that you wanted to write the name down on. So then your draft list doesn't necessarily change, but then you go to Plan B. After the Friday night, we'll have another meeting, and based on what has happened, throughout the first round, our list will be. It doesn't have to be, but it may be adjusted again.
Still more to come throughout the week on the lead up to the draft on Friday night. For Sens 360, I'm Jackson Starr.